Yep.
Honey.
Oh, this is so cool. There would have been people up here protecting Tbilisi, looking out over the hills and the valley.
That's you. I have the Soviet pin.
Think about the monks living here 900 years ago.
Oop. Oh, more snow. Oh. You look so sad. I love to walking a lot. We took the bus out of the city. Thank you.
Today, we begin our journey in Kojori, a small village in the hills above Tbilisi. Come along with us as we explore medieval castles, a Soviet youth center, and mountaintop monasteries.
And dogs.
Hopefully, we'll even find some hungry dogs along the way as we hike back to the city.
I need to go to that mountain.
We're here on the summit of Azuela Mountain at 1,351 meters of elevation. This fortress, built in the early 11th century, defended the main road to Tbilisi from the south. It stood sentinel on this hilltop for over 700 years until the development of artillery rendered it obsolete.
Be careful, okay?
Okay. Whoa. This is steep, huh?
Yeah. I see the door.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, this is so cool.
Oh, it's a really big and hole and too tall in the mountain. You think the guys stay here? For look, the people come in here?
Yeah, for 700 years.
Oh, that's a long time.
There would have been people up here protecting Tbilisi.
Yep.
Can we go in this guard tower? Look at the steps cut directly into the stone. Over 900 years ago, soldiers would have stood watch, looking out, standing right here, looking out over the hills and the valley.
Ow!
Be careful of the prickers.
It's hurt.
Yeah. Wow, we can see where the construction was revised over the centuries, and there's newer bricks mixed in with the old stone. Look at that arch right there, though. I want you to be careful.
Okay. I need to have one cable here, one cable here.
Yeah, you hold on to the railing, all right?
Yep. Oh.
If you get too worried, just sit down.
I need to go slowly first, you know?
Yep.
Oh, that is too small.
Now it's time for the squeeze.
Oh, shit. I hope my arm not stuck here. Ow. Oop. Oh. You love to walk in the snow?
No. The snow's slippery and wet. But I love to walk.
You need to think about is the summer.
What's she doing back there?
Ow! I don't need to run for come down.
Plump.
Like,
Don't get your butt all wet. We have a long way to go.
oh, my shoe wet already.
Yeah, mine are a little bit wet too. In February of 1921, Soviet troops crossed into Georgia. Within weeks, they had encircled the capital city of Tbilisi. Right here on this spot, infantry troops and young cadets from a nearby military school made a final stand against the overwhelming forces of the Red Army. Days later, Georgia was unwillingly assimilated into the Soviet Union. This memorial stands in recognition of the young men who died in defense of their homeland on that cold day in February, just over 100 years ago.
How you feel?
I feel great. I'm really happy that we came out today, and I'm excited for what the day has in store. You can see the fortress there at the top of that hill. And now we're back on the paved road. Ooh, that's some cold water. Wow.
Ooh. You think you can saw the mosaic?
A mosaic?
Yeah.
Oh, don't get me too excited. You know that's my favorite.
Yeah, I think so too. Maybe they have.
Oh, look at this.
The mosaic?
Yes,
Oh my God.
there's a mosaic. Let's get a little closer.
Oh wow, that's so beautiful.
Oh, there. Hi. Yep.
Honey.
The Young Pioneers was an organization for Soviet kids between the ages of 9 and 14. In some ways similar to scouting programs in the West, their motto was always ready. At the height of the Soviet Union, there were over 40,000 young pioneer camps just like this one. The camps instilled patriotism, discipline, loyalty, and a collective identity over individualism. At camp, the kids would do chores and participate in sports, games, and crafts, as well as practice marching in groups, first aid, and orienteering skills. In the mosaics, you can see the kids pictured with the iconic red kerchiefs around their necks. And what do you have there?
I have the Soviet pin.
Very cool. She's holding a young pioneer's pin. It shows the bust of Lenin, and the motto is written out underneath it, always ready. Awesome. Are you always ready?
Yeah.
Well, let's go then.
Let's go. I hope about it not gonna find me again.
We were just walking through the center of Kojori here, and a black cloud came overhead and it started to sleet very strongly for about 5 minutes, and now it's finished. So we'll take a quick break, and then our next stop is Udzo Monastery. What are you eating for your snacks?
I have the pork and stinky light.
With fermented fish sauce?
Yep, and chill.
Excuse me,
I don't know.
can you guys be more quiet? We're trying to talk.
I don't know.
All right, are you ready to go? Because we're getting to be too much of a crowd here.
Wow, that's beautiful. But that does not have tag.
This one is a troublemaker. He's a little too excited.
Be careful, dog.
We are still walking on paved road. We're not hiking in the forest yet, but this road is unmaintained, so it has a winter's worth of snow and ice and slush on it. How you doing?
Oh, that's so tired. I feel about I walk for 2 miles already.
We're going there. That's our next stop. And, well, it's a little bit arduous. What's this? Is it a little shrine?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, it is. Let's take a look. Oh, it's beautiful.
It's not easy. Oh.
We've just arrived to Udzo Monastery. here it is. Was it worth it? Yeah?
Okay there.
Here we are.
I can do. Oh, that's cool.
This monastery, perched on the summit of Udzo Mountain at 1,416 meters, was built in the 11th century, over 900 years ago. The legend states that a childless man built the church here and prayed to St. George for a child. His wish was granted, and now hopeful women travel here from all over to pray and make offerings. Think about the monks living here 900 years ago.
You can think that it is so hard for come out for buy the fruit, the beef, the something, you know.
Do you think the people from the village would bring food up to them?
I think so too.
Yeah. Let's go sit down and take a break and then start heading back. We've got a long, hard hike ahead of us still.
What you have?
I got all sorts of stuff.
Ooh,
Look at the size of this beer.
that is big.
I got it because it has a wolf on it, and I like that. We just finished our break, and we're leaving Udzo Monastery now. We've already walked 9.3 kilometers today, and the hike is just starting.
The tree bucket.
We've been walking for the last 4.5 hours. Are you ready for home?
I'm ready to my sofa.
You're ready. And we're getting our first view of Tbilisi ahead of us.
Yeah. Oh,
Well, my shoes are full of snow.
I think all the people walk in the snow like the people dance. Oh, left and right. I am not done.
Show me again, how do the people walk in the snow?
No, I say left and right.
Oh, beautiful.
I'm not done.
I can see where there's no snow on the mountain. That's where I want to walk.
Oop. Oop. Oh, more snow.
It will be an exciting and triumphant moment when we leave the snow behind. Oh, how do I make progress here? Oh, this is hard. Where are you? What you doing?
It's so hot.
It is so hard, you're right.
I cannot go.
We can go. It's just hard. What are you gonna do now?
Oh. Tích đeo đeo đeo. Ow.
Good job. Okay, let's get back on the main path up here. You look thrilled.
You look so sad.
Yeah,
Oh, my shoe.
I know how you feel. She has brand new shoes that she just got for her birthday.
Oh, my pants.
Well, I'm not much cleaner than you, so.
I need to clean.
Yep, we'll clean when we get home. We've got to get there though.
Oh,
This has
shit.
turned into a bit of an epic.
That's crazy.
I know, my legs are too tired for me to pick them up that high.
Oop. 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 Oop.
It's been 3 kilometers, less than 3 kilometers since our last break at Udzo Monastery, and it took us an hour and a half, and it was exhausting through the snow and the blowdowns, constant. But things are looking up. Yeah, I think we've got about 6 kilometers left to Turtle Lake. We're on a dirt road now, and I think we're gonna be on that for a little while.
I hope so. I have more power.
We've been on our feet for 5.5 hours.
Ooh, that long. Do di dong, mong to, matong. Where is the bar? Maybe it's open.
Oh, I see a car.
The Honda
I
Civic.
see a maintained road. This seems promising.
What is the name?
Lost Hut.
Ross Hot.
Okay.
Ross Hot.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Ooh, I love that one.
We found the bar at the top of the mountain.
Cheers.
Cheers. We still have about 5 kilometers to go until Turtle Lake. What can we see from here? Well, that's the TV tower at Matsuminda Park.
Oop.
The Chronicles of Georgia.
That is too.
Oh, look, it's Tbilisi Lake right there, and you can see the ridge beyond it.
Honey, stop.
Now it's 6 p.m., but we're on the final stretch back to Turtle Lake. How you doing?
Yes. Just hurt leg little bit. Oh, she's my knee. It's like grandmother.
For the last few kilometers of our walk, we didn't get the easy way.
I don't want to slap. Oh, that's not good for walking.
How are we doing?
Not good.
Not good?
Yeah.
She's got a sliver in her finger. I just took a tumble in the mud and we washed it off. We're both feeling tired and frustrated. We're getting close to the end of this hike, and it's like we've come down into springtime, and the light over the city is beautiful.
Now Udzo come down in the Turtle Lakes. That is hard to me for walking, but it's okay because I love to walking a lot. I hurt the knee.
Yeah. How you?
It's so deep for come down, but need to go slowly, and I killed my knee too much.
We're almost down. A little bit more. Back at Turtle Lake, we've reached the end of today's journey. I hope you enjoyed traveling with us through history and taking a glimpse at some forgotten stories. As we transition into spring, I hope we can have many more adventures together. How do you feel about today?
I feel really tired and hurt my knee. I feel about good for walk and see everything. What about you?
I'm exhausted. That was a really long day. We've been on our feet for nearly 9 hours now. It's past sunset. It's getting dark already. I'm ready to go home and go to sleep. I thought the castle was amazing this morning. The Young Pioneers Camp, I love mosaics. And to see, I think there was 4 or 5 of them there that are, I feel like nobody ever goes to see those. They're pretty much forgotten. So that's my favorite.
Now, are you ready for come back home?
More than ready. Let's go.
Bye bye. See you next time.
Thank you.